Tonight, sound, spirit, and saxophone collide in a soul-shifting episode of Kelowna After Dark. In the spotlight, spirit-led musician and artist Theresa Bishop blends music and tarot. Sound explorer Jessie Rivest dials us in with sound and shows us how to truly listen. And closing out with smooth moves and sax soul, Zach Griffin brings the vibe with a live performance. Plus, bubbly vibes and gourmet bites in this week's Urban Interviews, featuring our sponsor spotlight on poor decisions and full spread. On the Creative Edge, playlists, how to group your content, guide your viewers, and grow your impact. Get ready, After Darkers, and now, here's your host, Silver LUXX.
Hey, what's up, what's up? Welcome to Kelowna After Dark. I'm your host, Silver LUXX, and over in the LUXX box,
it's me!
It's you!
It's me with the face!
With the face on
I
that
have a face! Do you have a face?
I have a face.
Good, it's smiling.
Hey,
it's
sure
pretty.
Is. Oh, thanks. I'll tell my mama you like it.
It's pretty.
Thank you. All right, After Darkers, mid-September in Kelowna has a whole different heartbeat. Meet Me on Bernard has wrapped, the pylons have gone into hibernation, and somehow, miraculously, we all remember how crosswalks work again.
Somehow I'm jealous of the pylons. I want to go into hibernation.
You're here for the hibernation. That's, pause for season 2.
Oh, yes, but we're still busy.
This is true. You know what, though, too? Pedestrians, heads up and phones down. Please, it is not Mario Kart here. Thank you for rediscovering your turn signals as well. And you can actually find parking downtown now. I know, I cried a little bit too. I was emotional. I made eye contact with a spot and whispered, is this real life? But let's be real, this city stays fabulous year round. We just switch the track. Think same volume, new groove. And while the piece shifts, the soul stays loud. Sure, the lineup at brunch is finally shorter and you don't need to book a dinner a month in advance just to get a patio table. But don't let the sass fool you. We adore our tourist season. Wouldn't trade it for anything. It's like our annual cultural potluck, a summer-long festival of accents, flavors, and stories from every corner of the globe. We mix, we mingle, we vibe, we get inspired. Then September hits, and that's when we remix it. We take all the sparkle and energy from the summer and flip it into bold episodes, fresh art, new businesses, wild ideas. The vibes come from July, but fall is where we build something out of it. This is when the locals come out of hiding. Sunscreen fading, notebooks open, the sidewalks feel a little roomier, which is good because our scooters never left and they show no mercy. This is true. The creative plans we whispered under our breath all summer, they turn into our shoot schedules, stage pilots, and slightly chaotic pitch decks. Most places wait until January to reinvent, but here in Kelowna, fall is our new year. We trade floaties for focus, beach reads for business plans, playlists for projects. You can feel the rhythm shift. If you listen closely, you'll hear the city's new melody, the snap of a camera shutter, the echo of a mic check, the scribble of an idea that refuses to stay in the margin. It's softer than July, but deeper, more textured with layers, just like fall fashion in Kelowna. It's a gamble, my friend. You leave the house in a leather boot and come home with regret and sweat. But you know what? I'll take that hit. Fashion requires sacrifice sometimes, and Kelownians are runway warriors, so you know what I say? Let's take a sip of something fun, grab your bestie, and step out like you own the plot twist. The spotlight's warm, the stage is set, and Kelowna's officially in full creation mode. Let's get into it. All right, After Darkers. You ever hear a voice that feels like it's singing straight from the soul? The kind that carries wisdom, power, and a lifetime of transformation in every note? Well, grab a seat and take a breath because this next guest is about to move you. Theresa Bishop is a singer, songwriter, painter, intuitive tarot reader, and proud First Nations woman who's turned the act of creation into a sacred soul-level journey. Through music, art, and movement, she has learned to transform pain into purpose, using creativity as her lifeline, her liberation, her medicine. She's a graduate of Professional Artist Development Intensive in Saskatchewan, an opportunity she embraced not just to grow her own voice, but to amplify her purpose and help others reclaim their own. She now teaches the healing power of the creative process to others, showing how personal expression can be the very first step toward breaking generational cycles. Theresa's artistry is deeply rooted in emotional truth, drawing from personal experiences with disconnection, identity, and survival. But make no mistake, her story isn't one of loss, it's one of reclamation. She believes that reclaiming your voice is the most radical act of healing there is. And tonight, she's doing just that, through an original song called I'm Not Gonna Wait. Her music is raw, radiant, and she is a true artist of the spirit. Please welcome the beautifully bold and talented Theresa Bishop. Hey, pretty lady! It's going great. Welcome to the show. So happy to have you here. Let's have a chat.
Yay.
How's your day going so far?
It's good.
Good,
It's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
I love your earrings, by the way.
Thank you. Bubblegum.
I love it.
Thanks.
Super fierce.
I thought so.
So are you ready for me to get all up in your business?
Get up in there.
All
Just
right.
clean it out.
Boom. Let's dive in. You've described creativity as a lifeline. Can you tell us how that journey started for you and how music and art help you to reclaim your voice again?
Absolutely. So at one juncture in my life when I was a little bit older, I was in a relationship that was kind of breaking me mentally.
Yeah.
And before that, you know, growing up in a household with alcoholism and abuse, verbal, sexual, the whole.
Oh, you had a rough start, huh?
It was rough. It
Yeah.
really was. But I hadn't yet healed from that and entered a relationship that was just like more of the same. And when I got out of that relationship, I was like a shadow of myself. I wasn't really tuning into anything within me except for trauma. I picked up a guitar and I played my very first song. It just kind of spilled out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And ever since then, I'm like, whoa, this is healing. This is medicine. This is like magic. So
totally get
yeah, if I didn't do that at that point, I don't really know where I would be. Yeah.
I can totally see how music can save you in a way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. It defines some of the undefinable within the psyche. And it also like pulls up definitions of why trauma happened and takes accountability away from the victim. And
Because that's huge.
I know. And it pulls it more into where it belongs, compartmentalizing it to the perpetrators.
Yeah.
Rather than this cycle of self-victimization, shame, guilt, quiet silence.
Yeah, those are the fun ones.
Yeah.
We gotta put it where it belongs, right?
We do. Out of you. You didn't do any of that stuff.
That's
like,
fair,
it was done
right?
to you.
But it takes a long time for so many of us to be able to say, like, hey, like that wasn't us. We didn't do that. We're just holding it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think at certain points, trauma can become like a security blanket for some people.
Yeah.
And they kind of wrap their identity around it. And if you do that long enough, parts of your instinct even, I feel, root into that trauma.
Yeah.
And then you come from that place with how you present yourself to the rest of the world.
Yeah, that's so insightful, and I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. It's hard.
It is, but you know what? It sounds like you have really found a path through it and understanding. So good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you for sharing that with others.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's important that we speak on it rather
Absolutely.
than allow it to grow like a cancer within the human.
Yeah,
within
what a
the
great
self.
way to describe it, because it totally is
It
that.
does. Yep, 100%.
What does it mean then for you to reclaim your voice through music?
Oh, so many things. So many things. It's allowed me to like pull out powerful boundaries for other people. And it's pulled out new ways for me to assert myself
That's
in
important.
the world around me. Yeah, absolutely. Growing up in that environment, it does teach you how to like just be quiet. Don't speak, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't rock the boat. And then that kind of followed me when I was working. I was a bartender, a server, a manager at one point of a restaurant.
Very nice.
Yeah, and it came with me there. So people would take advantage of that in their own ways, and it slowly picks away at your self-esteem and confidence.
Yeah.
So I found that music actually helped me like grab hold of myself and like pull me up and be like, it's okay to rock the boat. It's okay to like push back when somebody's purposefully demeaning your character, even energetically. Like I feel the energy when people talk to me.
Me too.
If the energy is like has some stank on it and I didn't deserve that stank, I'm like, no.
No, it's good. You can keep that energy. I'm happy in my bubble.
Not anymore anyways. Before I would take it on. And
yes, I get that.
and then that became my perspective, at least for the day. And it would kind of like ruin my day. But now I just have to like, no, like give it back because I don't want it. You know, like I'm so ready to protect my peace.
Yeah.
And to just raise my babies and that's it.
Got a cute little one. Huh?
I know.
So cute.
They're so adorable.
Love it. For many people, I'm sure they felt exactly what you're describing right now, right? And wanting to protect their peace and not take in other people's energy. I can't. I feel it, and everyone's like, "You're full of shit." And I was like, "Tell that to the goosebumps on me," right? So how do you not take in someone's energy? How do you do that?
That's the hard one. I think just being human beings and energetic creatures, that we need to first acknowledge that energy is exchanging with any human you interact with. That energy is swimming around. The other thing I think is, if it's called for, speak on it, speak at it, and say, "Whoa, no, that's not okay. Let's just bring that down." And the other thing too is, I'm an intuitive tarot reader, so I do an Indigenous person, so I do a lot of smudging.
Yes.
And that really helps to release and lighten other people's energies that I kind of pick up on. That's kind of good. Like, when you're running through the field and you look down and there's like all these burrs or whatever they're called, those like seeds that cling on.
You can never get them the heck off.
Right. Yeah. That's energy that other people just inadvertently, even subconsciously throw at each other. Then when you go home, you still have that on you. So smudging is a traditional way to release all of that energy. So you just have your own stuff to deal with and not other people's like heavinesses.
Yeah. I like that. Okay, I gotta try that.
Yes, please smudge.
Absolutely.
It's
I'm
really
definitely gonna try
important.
that.
Yeah, especially if you're sensitive.
Yes, sensitive. I mean, we don't like that word.
Intuitive,
but it's
sensitive.
True. I know I'm sensitive. I got a lot of big feelings. I love hard.
I get it. Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? You just go buy some sage and stuff?
Well,
or?
the proper way would be to accumulate it ethically from an elder, maybe the West Banks First Nations. They harvest it and they pick it and they pray over it. And then that's your either sweetgrass or your the sage. White sage is a good one. White sage is it's a thing. Because like it's quite a important tool for the Indigenous community.
So we be careful.
Just be careful.
And respectful.
Respectful, absolutely. These are tools that actually help. And so you could do that. Or some stores around Kelowna do bring it in.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it the right way.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think it's more potent that way. But it really is all about the intention. Clearing negative energy and then bringing in the positive.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
You completed an artist development program in Saskatchewan. What was that experience like for you, and how does it affect how you create today?
It totally affects how I create
really?
Today. Yeah, at least when it comes to the brush and the canvas. It was intense. It really was intense. It was like 2 weeks long of like art every single day for 12 to 13 hours a day. You don't rest. You just art. And
that would be neat.
It was neat.
It like change your perspective of things.
It does. It actually makes you kind of high.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like if you're going to go there, go on creativity.
Absolutely. Like everything looked weird to me by like the 5th day of just art. So what that did is it allowed some kind of like a template to be placed mentally, emotionally, spiritually of what my flow personally looks like and how to tune into it anywhere I go. That's awesome. It really, really helped me like discover that. And now I apply it everywhere. It's cool.
Yeah, it definitely sounds it. And you can tell like your face lights up about it and you look very peaceful and excited all at the same time.
Yep.
We should all strive for that.
We should. Right? Why not?
I'm definitely going to try that.
Sweet.
How has it felt to start teaching others about what has helped you and seeing that affect them?
It's I think it's kind of like a duty that if you do have that within you and you did develop that, it's kind of your job to make it part of your community in any way that you possibly can, even if it's a brief conversation with the person on the bus where you look and you see their shininess and then you kind of polish it up through conversation and acknowledgement that like, hey, I see you. I see you're hurting. I see this. And then kind of steer the direction and the conversation into what they're passionate about. What kind of creativity do they like? what's their outlet, and kind of like motivate that aspect of them. I'm sure they get the opposite a lot in their lives, especially if they're quite like brokenhearted. So teaching, I think, is not an obligation, but it's a responsibility. And it starts with your community, the gas attendant, the Tim Hortons employee, the grocery store clerks, like just everywhere you go, that's your community, right?
That's fair.
And that's where you start. You start by like amplifying their day, giving them positivity, and perhaps brief conversation of what they're passionate about.
I like that.
I do it all the time. It's so fun.
I think that we should all leave everyone we come in contact with just a little better than how we found them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, you know, we
And then
help
it-
you. Yeah, right?
Yeah, totally.
I like that. I see you. I get
Thank
it.
you. I can tell you too.
When you sit down to write a song, where do you usually start? Is it with words or a melody, or do you have a feeling you want to get out? How does that process work?
Ooh, it's all at the same time. It's
Cool.
all at once. Yeah, absolutely. So I'll like pluck strings or make soundscapes or just whatever kind of comes instrumentally. And that invokes and provokes thought and a feeling all at the same time. And actually like 99% of my songs have all just kind of stumbled out in one
How
thing.
cool, eh?
Yeah. And then I just have to go over it again and again and again and again to like lock it in.
Mm-hmm.
But the process is just connecting all the parts,
Yeah,
spilling it out. And that's what it is.
that's neat.
Yeah.
Your music is like so interesting. Like I heard it and I was like, oh yes,
Thank you.
loving it. It's really neat. How would you describe your sound?
It's a whole eclectic different. So I do like acoustic folk, and it goes all the way into like alternative rock, like Evanescence meets Tool kind of stuff.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I'm playing with a band and the musicians have that kind of dark undertone or that like spice, I really click with that.
Oh,
But
that's
then
cool.
getting back to my roots is I started out with the acoustic and just like really simple songs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that you can go one end to the other and really connect with who you're creating with. And jamming with.
Totally. Yeah.
That's neat.
I think that's important.
I agree.
Yeah.
How was it like to connect to your Indigenous roots later on in life?
It was so awesome. It actually taught me that culture is beyond environmental. Culture's in the blood, and it's in the cells that make up who you are. Your instinct remembers. So I didn't connect until I was maybe around 18 years old when I really needed that healing.
Yeah.
And I went to a powwow, my very first one ever, and I sat there and I just was like, holy crap, this is medicine. Oh my gosh. Like, and it just infused me with love, belonging, a sense of community, and a way forward.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And it just woke me up. And I was never taught that growing up. That's why I believe that it's more than just environmental. This is like, it's in the blood. It's deep.
Seems like you definitely found where you were supposed to be and walking your path.
100%.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
I think we should let everybody hear you do what you do.
Yeah.
You down to play?
Yeah, sounds good.
Tunes you?
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
They say that love is an ocean, the ocean's between your heart and mine. But I say that love is the distance between my smile and your pretty brown eyes. By now there's beauty in laughter, the laughter's between your heart and mine. But take care, 'cause my dreams are forever, forever is what we've left behind. Oh, I'm not gonna wait this time, no, I'm not This time, hell, I'm not gonna wait this time for you. Oh, I'm not gonna wait this time. No, I'm not gonna wait this time. Hell, I'm not gonna wait this time for you. By now there's love in the ocean between your heart and mine. But right now my future is forever, forever is what we've left behind. Oh, I'm not gonna wait this time, no, I'm not gonna wait this time, hell, I'm not gonna wait this time for you. Oh, and I'm not gonna wait this time, no, I'm not gonna wait this time, hell, I'm not gonna wait this time for you. And delusion is right before illusion is right. Delusion is right before illusion is right. Na 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 na. Oh, I'm not gonna wait this time.
Yay, goosies. I call them truth bumps.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's more accurate. I think
Yeah.
we'll go with that one from
Yeah.
now on.
Yes.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so
again
much.
for sharing your music with us.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime.
All right, well, let's make some noise for Theresa Bishop, guys. All right, After Darkers, you already know that Sterling and I don't sit still for long. And this next little adventure, it's got drinks, snacks, chaos, and a whole lot of love for the amazing local legends who keep our show running and our crew fed. Because this one's not just about a spot we love, it's about the people behind it. So big love to Poor Decisions and Full Spread, our cocktail connoisseurs and our culinary queens. Let's roll it. All right, After Darkers, let me paint you a picture. Imagine walking into a party and instead of decorations, the table itself is the art. Layers of fruit, veggies, cheeses, meats, like the Louvre, but edible. This was in total 8K detail, people. Let me tell you, you could practically zoom in and see the pores on a cherry tomato, the shine on a strawberry, the delicate sea salt sparkle on a breadstick. Except don't zoom, just eat it, which we all did, all of it. Facts, I totally blinked and half the grazing table had vanished into happy bellies. And they had a food swing. A food swing. Who even thinks of that? Gemini and Nate do. The masterminds behind Poor Decision and Full Spread Catering. Local legends, creative geniuses, and clearly professional stomach whisperers. Then came the drinks. First up, peach please. Smooth, sweet, a little sassy. Basically me, Silver LUXX, in a glass. It had a peach punch with just enough tang to make you do a little head nod. Then Coconut Kiss, which was like a tropical vacation in a glass. Creamy, cool, with a finish like a breeze off the beach. The point is, these two didn't just cater our wrap party. They gave it flavor, soul, and a vibe that matched us perfectly. Food so stunning you almost didn't want to eat it, but spoiler alert, we did. Every last bite. And by the end of the night, no leftovers, no regrets, just the kind of rave reviews you only get when local creatives go all in. Big shout out goes to our sponsors, Gemini Carter and Nate Sheldon from Full Spread Catering and Poor Decisions. You guys are incredible. You really brought your A game, and we couldn't do this without you. That was delicious. Shout out again to Poor Decisions for keeping our cups full and the vibes flowing, and to Full Spread for always coming through with the snacks. The love, the edible art. These two sister companies don't just sponsor our show, they fuel the community behind it. So let's give them some love. Support local, sip cute, and stay tuned, because this night's still young.
Hey, first off, thank you for giving me a second of your time, so I'll get straight to it. I'm Sterling, CEO of Sterling Silver Luxury Media, and this is
Silver, CFO and executive producer of Kelowna After Dark. We're here to help businesses tell their story in a way that grabs attention, connects with people, and drives real results.
Here's the thing, 20% of businesses go out of business in their first year. By year 3, 40% of them are gone. By year 5, half of them are gone. Why? Because most businesses miss the mark on who their customers are. They're not connecting. They're not telling stories in the way that people truly care about.
That's where we come in. I'll ask you this. How many times a day do you stop scrolling to watch a video? Now think about your customers. They're doing the same thing. Video just isn't important right now. It's everything. If your content isn't engaging, authentic, and built for where people's attention is, you're leaving money on the table. At LUXX Media, we don't just create content, we create an experience. We craft stories that people want to consume. Because marketing isn't about shouting louder, it's about caring, about respecting people's time and giving them something they'll actually enjoy, and making them feel seen.
We're not just some kind of run-of-the-mill production company. We've worked with brands across food production, realty, life coaches, and TV production, creating videos that don't just look good, they perform. We've helped businesses grow their engagement, attract more customers, and build brand loyalty by focusing on what actually matters. Here's what we do best. Storytelling that resonates. People don't buy products, they buy emotions, trust, and relatability. We craft stories that hit home. Content that works everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, websites, you name it. We know how to create content that stops people in their tracks. Details that matter. We obsess over everything. Camera work, motion, depth of field, lighting, angles, copy, thumbnails, and even the time of day that we post. Every little detail is intentional, and that's
how we help you win. Here's the kicker. The platforms have changed. It's no longer about how big your following is. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, they're all interest-based. A good story will find its audience. The way you make better advertising? You listen. Spend time in the comments. Understand what your customers want to know. What can you do for them? How can you help? That's the secret. When you approach content this way and back it with strategic tweaks and a little budget boost, the return on investment always comes back.
Listen, I'm not here to tell you what you need. You already know your business better than anyone else. My job is to help you show off that business in a way that connects to your audience, whether it's your customers, employees, or even your investors. Come closer. This isn't about making just another video. This is about making something that your audience can't stop watching.
So let's do it. Let's tell your story, build your brand, and make something amazing together. When's a good time to chat? Whether it's over Zoom, email, or even DMs, we're ready to help you make moves.
Thanks for your time. Let's crush it.
Together. Welcome back. You're watching Kelowna After Dark. And if you've been feeling like the world's been moving a little too fast lately, you're not alone. But don't worry, we've got just the guest to help you breathe, slow it down, and maybe even hear things a little differently. All right, my After Darkers, lean in a little for this one because our next guest is here to flip the script on how we listen. She's a vocalist, a sound artist, a performer, a coach, and a walking embodiment of what happens when creativity meets consciousness. From composing music as a pet city nomad to performing at international vocal competitions and barbershop conventions, Jessie has lived a life that flows to its own rhythm, and now she's inviting us to slow down and tune in to what we don't usually hear. Jessie is the brilliant mind behind Sounds, an immersive public art project designed to awaken your ears, deepen your awareness, and reconnect you to the present moment. It's more than a sound installation. It's an invitation to pause, reflect, and reattune yourself to the world around you. Whether she's singing, coaching, or guiding people through symbolic or archetypal work, Jessie's artistry is about uncovering meaning, shifting perspectives, and creating space for new possibilities. Her voice, powerful. Her work, transformative. Her presence, magnetic. So, if you've been feeling a little overstimulated, disconnected, or like the world's just gotten too loud lately, take a breath. She's about to lead us somewhere softer, deeper, and way more aligned. Give it up for the multidimensional magic maker herself, Jessie Rivest. Thank you for coming on the show. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And Jack, to have you here. So we're going to start with a bit of an exercise with you, right?
Yes, a little excerpt.
Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to go hang out in the LUXX box. We'll get everything ready, and then you can do your magic.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's do it.
Remember that guy from Lake Country who bought out all the meat from the grocery store during COVID out of panic? Everyone thought he was such a bad person. But I think he just wasn't listening. And I don't mean listening as in just hearing. Listening is a feed loop process. It's a continuum for our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It's transformative. It has a before and an after. Listening activates the right brain, the center of empathy, creativity, and complex thinking. It's like a built-in navigation system for navigating chaos. It allows us to respond instead of react like Lake Country Guy. And that's the point. In times of crisis or unprecedented times, the biggest danger isn't the event itself, it's us and the way that we respond. But we can strengthen this ability to navigate chaos with conscious listening. It's something we inherently know how to do, but we've been conditioned to forget. Conditioned and inundated with so much noise. Noise that mostly comes through image. Yes, noisy images everywhere. Like you've heard the phrase, a picture says 1,000 words. Says? Well, how can a picture actually say something? But every person, place, and thing emits a frequency. Everything has a voice and everything is sound. So the image does speak. Like you see the logo for Starbucks. All of a sudden you have a coffee. Did it tell you to buy one? The image speaks. You're scrolling on social, you see a picture of a friend, you want to say hi and reach out. The image speaks. You picture yourself going to work tomorrow and all of a sudden feel a sense of dread and anxiety. The image speaks and it changes the way we think, feel, and behave. Images change our frequency. But with a conscious listening practice, that is to say, I choose and I'm aware, you can control your own frequency, what comes in and what goes out. By the year 2050, over 200 million people will have been displaced by climate change. And that's just the weather. That doesn't include economic, social, and technological changes that have already begun. So don't you think that skills like empathy, creativity, and complex thinking might come in handy? That's why we need to rehearse now. So I'm going to take you through a quick listening exercise that you can do anytime, any place. Start by just taking a deep breath in and hold and exhale. Now I want you to stretch your ears as far as they can go across the landscape, down the street, or to the back of the building. Tune into the distance. Now take your listening one step closer to your immediate surroundings, other people's footsteps, the air conditioner. And finally, bring your listening internal, your own breath, your heartbeat, the spaces in between your joints. You are safe here. And take a final big breath in, hold, and exhale. You can do this exercise before sending that email, before taking that risk, and before buying all the meat or all the toilet paper from the grocery store. Everything can wait for you to be in tune because everything is sound.
That was freaking awesome. It was so insightful, though.
Thank you.
Like, I love what you have to say and your perspective on it.
Thank you.
That was awesome. You're good. Do you want to have a
Did
chat?
you get that?
Yeah, absolutely. They got it in 6 different angles.
Okay, perfect.
Now it's going to be blooper reels.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yes, the boys like to do that to us. It's super good
Stellar.
fun.
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting. So let's start with sound. So for people who don't know what this project's about, give us a rundown.
Yeah, Sounds came up through the city of Kelowna had a grant for community arts. So they were looking for projects around community and climate change. And a lot of public art exhibitions are mostly geared to visual artists.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to do something that was sound related, but not just a performance, something that was participatory. So right now around Kelowna, there's 5 different portals. There are signs with QR codes, and people can stop what they're doing, record their surroundings, and then upload it to a community library. So it's like a rehearsal in getting to listen, but also consciously choose and notice what you're listening to.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so innovative.
Thank you.
Like, that is really unique. I mean, in today's day and age, what's really unique much anymore, right? So,
I guess,
I mean,
yeah.
good on you. That is really, really awesome. I love the creativity.
Yeah.
And then when is that run to? When is the installation running for?
As of now, we're thinking it'll be on until September 22nd. And then after that, we're going to have a series of like more talks like the one that I gave, and listen to all the submissions that have been like coming in, and I'll put them together in like a soundscape. So we can deliciously listen to everything.
Oh, I love that. Maybe we should connect when that's all put together, and we can share the final result with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you down?
I'm down.
Cool.
And I'm like, I'd be curious, to like do it again in like 10 years or something to see what Kelowna sounds like.
That is
You know.
fair. I mean, it's changing so much, and our population is growing, and all of the buildings are changing.
Yeah, and that's in a lot of the submissions, actually. There's a lot of construction. There's one that came in, and the tags were like, water, construction, baby. And I'm like, that's Kelowna.
Yeah, there it is in a nutshell. Huh?
There it is.
I love it. You know what? I'm probably going to like wander down to where one of the posters are at, and Sterling and I'll have to like vlog, and yes, and we'll go and make a recording.
Yeah, do it.
Cool. All right. We're taking a walk, dear.
Yeah, but you do know I'm gonna make animal sounds, right?
That's okay. Actually, someone submitted a moose sound. It was not a real
Yes.
moose. It was a human because there was video.
Nice.
So yeah, but that's okay. All participation is welcome.
I love it. You just totally opened the door for that one, so I will try to rein him in.
I'll look out for that.
We don't need to practice.
Oops, delete, practice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a parrot.
What happened?
My
a
parrot.
fellow sound artist.
Oh my God, yes. It is way too crazy on this show. I get to go home and live with that every day. All right, is it okay, Mr. Director, sir, if I go to question 2? All right, we got the go ahead. So you've described this project as a way to reconnect with deep listening, not just to sound, but to the moment. What role do you think that listening plays in today's world, especially during change?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, if you've ever worked in customer service, like most people don't friggin' listen.
This is true.
Or like you're talking to someone, it's like, wow, you just literally didn't hear anything I said. But the way that I see it for times of change is that listening is on a spectrum. So there's some people that just are completely blocked off and doing their own thing. And then others that are taking in too much and are completely overwhelmed and almost like paralyzed, right? So this project was a way to rehearse trying to find an equilibrium to just notice what you notice and be a little bit more in control of all of this noise that's coming in, right? That's kind of the sovereign aspect that I was hoping would come across.
Yeah, I definitely think that is achieved, and I love it. I feel it. I vibe with it. I think a lot of people would resonate with that a lot.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Interesting is good. Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
I don't know what I can do about that parrot sound, but everything else is good.
Probably want a cracker.
You're also not just a performer, you're a guide too, right? Whether it's through music and symbolism and your coaching work, you help people explore their inner landscapes. So what do you gain for yourself with that experience? Why is that important to you?
Yeah, I mean, when I started coaching and giving tarot readings professionally, it was akin to music, but I couldn't find out why until after a while of doing it. And I saw, okay, when I see these archetypes and symbols kind of pop out of someone, it's like their music. And it's like I can kind of get into where the tension and where the harmony is within a person. And so that's sort of where the worlds kind of meet between sound and symbols for me, is like everything is sound.
I love it.
Right? Yeah. And so being able to like guide people in service is sort of like peeking in to look at the inner music and see what's actually going on in a deeper way, and listening to all of those voices inside us. Because like, there's not just one self, there's not just one shadow, there's a lot going on. And if we'd actually ask like, who's there, or what's that, or what do they want? Sometimes they might contradict. And so being able to work with that is essentially like music to me.
I love that. That is so cool, because I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm like, yeah, I got you there. I got this and that. And yeah, but I love that you experience that as music. I make noise.
Yeah.
I cannot, but I so am impressed with those who can. So that is so freaking cool.
Yeah. And sometimes it can be, you know, challenging to describe to someone until they're really going through it, or like getting in touch with different parts of themselves. Or with the cards, it's nice because we can use the image as like an interplay between us. But with the archetypal coaching, it's really embodied. Yeah. Through the voice and through the body. Like, yeah, it really gets me going.
I love how excited you are about this, you know?
Yeah.
That's very cool. I love when people are living their authentic selves and they've found where they need to be. That makes me happy.
Totally.
Your artistic journey hasn't been linear, of course, right? From barbershop stages to pet sitting and your archetypal coach. How has the winding path helped shape your voice as an artist overall?
Yeah, it's been a doozy of a winding path, you know? Like back when I was in Toronto, and I actually said Toronto. I usually say Toronto, like I usually
that.
do.
I'm from Ontario too, so I get it. I was expecting T-Dot to come out there
just
first.
Enunciating extra
Look at
right
you
now. But yeah, when I was in a quartet, we had a coach who was telling us, you know, 4 of us singing without a conductor, right? So listening's really important to be on the same page, and so crisp and perfect, and practicing. But he set us with an image. He's like, okay, now sing it as if you're in a dimly lit restaurant. And it changed the sound. He's like, now I want you all to imagine singing outside in a gazebo. And it changed the sound.
That's neat.
And that rocked me right off my core, because I was like, that is so cool. And I began to discover the links between sound, image, our perception, and how it plays out. And that took me on a nomadic pet sitting adventure for 2 years, where I was just kind of improvising with life. Like, where am I going to live next month? I'll look for a pet sit and just like live in that house and write weird music and listen about Carl Jung. And it just sort of all unfolded, and I ended up in Kelowna. And then I really kind of started to ground it and make the connections to build on for myself.
That's awesome. It's weird, how some things can be sporadically, seemingly not connected at all, but exactly end up where you need to be.
Yeah. A lot of the time I would say it's in hindsight.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wait, that wasn't for nothing.
Gotta love that. You're like, oh, good.
Good. Yeah.
I bet you that must have been an incredible experience.
It was like, kind of like learning to walk again in a new way, because I had always was used to being in choirs and singing groups. And then when I moved out west, it was just me. And so I didn't really like singing solo too much, but then I began to sing more intuitively and get more into improvising, which at first in Kelowna, I didn't think would be possible. But it is bubbling now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how it's grown in like the 5 years that I've been here.
Yeah, Kelowna really accepts a lot of creative, like, and art and new ideas, and very different from what I know in Ontario for sure. Yeah, I love it here.
Me too.
Right? I'm so happy that you came here.
Same.
Yay. You mentioned having a pretty profound personal shift in 2022. What did that moment of transformation unlock in your creativity?
Yeah. In 2022, I changed almost every aspect of my life.
Really?
I got out of a relationship that I should have left sooner. And again, like, it's about listening, because in hindsight, I can see that there were signs coming from inside, like, you should go now. But I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know how to listen.
Yeah.
And so after I left that, it was like the whole world opened up, and there was room for love, and not just in a romantic sense, but in everything that I was meant to do. And when I started learning about archetypes and took the course, it was like I hyper absorbed it and retained it as if I had always known it.
Oh, I love that.
And then the same with anytime I got the chance to improvise and to sing and perform, I was just so comfortable all of a sudden. And yeah, it just kind of all broke down in 2022, and then have ever since been building it back together.
Yeah, it sounds like it's being built the right way for you and that you found some peace.
Yeah, divine wonkiness.
I love it. Oh, that needs to be on a shirt.
Oh yeah.
I'm here for that. That's awesome. You have studied with some unique mentors and had multiple certifications from sound healing and archetype coaching. How do those tools influence how you create and perform now?
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite mentors is Lawrence Hillman, who created Archetypes at Work. And his father, James Hillman, is a psychologist that worked with Carl Jung.
Oh, right on.
So I was just like,
oh,
yeah,
fangirling for a minute.
yeah, I'm
I
like,
feel that.
how has this happened to me?
Right on.
And when I was learning about sound healing and the history, because the scale comes from the planets. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is based on the frequency of the planets. And the archetypal model that I used is also based on the planets. So instead of doing an astro reading on where's your moon, I would look at what's the moon doing in you? What's the nurturer doing in you? And so that overlap was fascinating. And it affects me as a performer and as a multi-passionate person, because when you look at a planet or an archetype, it's a container, but it can go in many different ways and depending on what's happening. And that's sort of what I've become now. Whereas before I didn't have the container, I was just going all over. It's now I have these things that I know that I can do, and I can still be variable. But it's really helped me as an artist and a multi-passionate.
Yeah, you're multi-hyphenated.
Yeah,
badass
as a
creative.
hyphenated human.
Yeah, I like that hyphenated human.
Yeah,
I like that.
Well, we're all polyphonic people.
That's very cool.
It's just, lots of fun things to say.
I'm here for it. I love it. I love what you have to say. You know what? I think it comes from a really unique place, and it's well thought out, and you're in tune with it. So, see what I did there?
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to connect with you and know more about your work, how do they do that?
Well, I'm on Instagram as jessie.rivest. And then my business is Yin for the Win, where I look at the deeper parts using archetypes and tarot. So I'm always happy to just nerd out about sound and performance and archetypes and personal work, you know. Yeah.
That's incredible. And with your exhibition right now, where are the places, or how do you find out where these are located?
Yeah, I have a map with all of the links on my website. There's 5 that are active right now, and they're in different spots of Kelowna. They're all fairly easy to get to because I don't have a car. So I just, walked my sign over.
That's perfect.
So
lots of people walk all around Kelowna. That's going to be great.
I know, yeah. Hopefully people have a chance to, I know it's hard to when you're going somewhere to stop and listen, but I think it's really going to come in handy.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely making a trip down specifically for that. So,
awesome.
Yeah. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been wonderful chatting with you.
Oh yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. You should come back anytime. It was lovely to meet you. Thank you. Let's make some noise for Jessie, guys. All right, After Darkers, this next one's for all of my content creators out there, educators, business owners, and even musicians. If you've got more than one piece of content online, you need this segment. Tonight on The Creative Edge, we're talking playlists, the unsung hero of your content strategy. Because one video can go viral, but a well-built playlist builds a brand. Playlists aren't just for organizing, they're for storytelling, for guiding your audience, for turning your scattered content into something bingeable, beautiful, and algorithm-friendly. So whether you're trying to get more views, keep people watching longer, or make your work feel like a whole cinematic universe, this one's gonna hit. Here to break it all down, connect the dots, and turn your digital chaos into something actually binge-worthy is the man with the plan, a playlist and way too many opinions about thumbnails. Sterling LUXX with this week's Creative Edge.
I only have one opinion, and it's mine, and it's correct.
Did I ask for my opinion? I'd give it to you.
All right, y'all, today on The Creative Edge, we're gonna be learning about playlists, because playlists are a big part of the online strategy and viewership experience of someone watching your content. So we're gonna get into the playlists. We have to create a curated, bingeable process for people to consume your content. Next slide, please. Why playlists work is because you can group content, whether it's behind the scenes or tips and tricks, or things in the industry, day in the life of. Basically, these are categorizations of the type of content that you do make, can make, and other people do make for the viewing experience to be really smooth. Next slide, please. So these are content pillars. You basically have to think of them like buckets. So behind the scenes, day in the life of, the vlogs, the what else? Oh, you've been put on the spot now. You were chiming in, now you're
like
silent.
challenges, reaction videos,
Yeah, there you go.
5-minute crafts. How about a business brand story?
Right, so all of these things are like-minded, like content. And the cool thing is that you don't even have to have it as your content, right? So sometimes what you want to do in YouTube is that you want to make a playlist and you would want to find other people that are bigger than you or have a video that has popped off. And you want to put that video in the playlist that you want attention to, because doing that will get a lot more attention on your stuff and a lot more subscribers and viewership and watch time and a bunch of other stuff you'll be able to monetize on YouTube. I think you can do the same thing on Facebook. Can't do that on Instagram. You have categorizations above all your content and below your bio. You can categorize and make playlists there. TikTok, you actually have to have a certain amount of subscribers before they allow you to have playlists. And those, again, go straight above the content just below your bio. Super handy to just categorize your stuff to get lots more viewership. Next slide, please. Name your playlists like headlines. You can't name things like miscellaneous or random or just garbage titles like that. They have to be searchable. You're not organizing things in folders on your computer. You don't need to know strictly of what it is and exactly what it does. You're trying to entice people to be able to watch the whole playlist, to be able to click on it, to be able to experience what it is that they're going to get. Because the headline is for giving what value you're going to be able to give within the video so people understand what the value is so they want to click on it and watch the whole thing. Because if you bait people into clicking it with a good title and you don't deliver on the good product, you will ruin your video by getting very less watch time to how long the video is. So the watch time percentage is low and it'll kill your video. So when you want to name things appropriately, but you want to name them enticingly. And headlines into playlists are no different from headlines into a video. Next slide, please. You want to guide this path. So if you have a course that goes 1, 2, 3 to 10, you obviously want to put those in order sequentially that it makes sense for people to consume the product. So if you have a guide on how to do crafty things and you start off in the center of the craft, people aren't going to want to watch it. They're not going to want to be able to do that craft because they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to start it. So you want to start people off at the beginning of things and then work them through all the way to the end of the playlist. You want to hand feed them the content. Next slide, please. And always you want a call to action. You want people to watch all the playlists. The longer you have people on the platform, the better the algorithm likes you, the more it'll just push your content forward to new people. Specifically, you want a lot of new people. And if you look at your analytics, you'll probably find that 60, 70, maybe even 80% of the people who are coming across your content is new. That's good. A lot of people don't think it's good. It is good because there's a lot more new people looking at your content and finding you, right? So next slide, please. So you want to create your playlist, build mini worlds, have people go through the playlist sequentially of how they need to learn about the product, educate themselves, how you want them to experience it, and how you think that people will best experience it to be able to receive it. So that's the creative edge, and over.
Okay, I am totally obsessed. Playlists aren't just folders, they're strategy. And if you're not making it easy for people to binge your brilliance, you're kind of just throwing glitter into the wind. And y'all know I do not waste glitter. Right?
Glitter to the wind.
Nice. I'm the one out here hollering with color-coded everything and dragging those videos into place like it's my full-time job. And honestly, it works. Sterling teaches the content strategy and I just make sure that we actually implement it. And when you do, you grow little by little, post by post.
It's true. The amount of times we just chat and I ramble and then she picks things up and she goes, "This was a good idea.
Yeah.
Good job. That was amazing." And I'm like, cool. I don't know when I said that, but thanks for the credit.
Yeah, I'll remember, babe. You don't
Happens
have to.
all the time.
And look how well the playlists are working.
Yeah, all our social medias.
Absolutely.
Now you're doing a great job doing it.
Thanks, boo. Well, one day you just turn around and all of a sudden, damn, you got a following. You got people who are there for your content.
I know, and thanks to everyone who subscribes, who follows, who likes.
Thank you. Thank you for following.
Yeah, much love.
We don't know where we're going, but follow us.
Off a cliff.
Off a cliff. As long as it's like a creative cliff, I'm in.
Yeah, there's gonna be lots of fuzzy things at the bottom, lots of plushies.
Oh yes, I like that. And someone film it, because that's a moment you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
Never miss a
Memory
moment.
foam mattresses on the bottom as well.
Whee! Yay! So if you're out there trying to get your content to stick, don't just make one viral video and hope for the best. Build the rabbit hole, guide the binge, work the system, and the system will work. All right, After
And the
Darkers.
system will work you.
Grab a drink, settle in, because coming up next, we've got a sax player who's about to blow the roof off. Don't go anywhere.
Kelowna isn't just a destination, it's an experience. A city built around innovation, artistry, and luxury.
A place where cultures blend, creativity thrives, and adventures everywhere.
Hey, I'm Silver.
And I'm Sterling, and together we're gonna uncover the unique rhythm of Kelowna with Okanagan LUXX.
Kelowna isn't your typical tourist spot. It's where luxury meets creativity, where innovation blends with natural beauty, where every experience feels curated just for you.
From world-class wineries and handcrafted goods from local markets, public vibrant art, and cultural experiences, Kelowna has something unique at every turn. Whether you're a visitor or a local rediscovering your own backyard.
But the true heartbeat of Kelowna? The people. The artists, chefs, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who create experiences you won't find anywhere else.
We're diving deep into the culture, the flavors, the creativity, and the innovation that makes Kelowna more than just a place. It's a way of life.
This is the Okanagan like you've never seen it before.
This is Okanagan LUXX.
Okanagan LUXX. Discover the art of experience. Imagine a city after dark, where the heartbeat of creativity thrives. Welcome to Kelowna, a place where stories are painted with vibrant hues and the people behind them are as colorful as the Okanagan sunset.
Our late night talk show unveils the untold stories of the artists, makers, and dreamers who define Kelowna's unmistakable vibe.
Meet the musicians who turn melodies into memories and the entrepreneurs who dare to dream big. These are the stories of resilience, inspiration, and creativity shared by the people who make Kelowna come alive. Our show brings their voices to life, creating a space where their stories are celebrated and their dreams take center stage.
Where every story, no matter how small, becomes a spotlight moment.
Join us as we bring the vibrant energy of Kelowna's creative scene right into your home.
We'll take you on a journey into their lives, their struggles, triumphs, and what sparks their creative passion. We dive deep into the human connections that resonate far beyond the city limits.
Together, we'll reveal the heart and soul of Kelowna's late-night culture, one guest at a time. As local creatives ourselves, we recognize the importance of every artistic voice. Each story shared adds a vibrant note to the symphony that fuels our city's dynamic and artistic spirit.
This is more than a talk show. It's a celebration of community, creativity, and unique individuals who shape Kelowna's vibe. It's about the people behind the art, culture, and innovations, the ones who inspire us all.
Welcome to Kelowna After Dark, the best place to be once the sun goes down.
Welcome back, After Darkers. We've dimmed the lights, reset the scene, and now it's time to tap into something vivid, because the art we're stepping into next, it doesn't just hang on walls, it moves you. Except this time, it's not on canvas, it's in the air, carried by brass and played with soul. Let's dive into music and meet the man behind the magic. All right, get ready to be serenaded by the sound of mastery tonight. Our next guest is a luminary in both rhythm and mentorship, a graduate of U of T's Jazz Performance Program, a certified teacher by 2020, and a new co-leader of the music program at OKM Secondary School here in Kelowna. Whether he's leading student ensembles, playing weddings, or headlining jazz nights, Zach brings a next level of finesse to everything he touches. He plays sax and woodwinds for bands like Rocksteady, Monroe and Patrick, Tradburner, The Passion of Amy Winehouse, and the BC Interior Jazz Festival Big Band, and can be heard on the albums of Embargo and Tradburner. Plus, he's no stranger to jazz stages. He lit up Munan's Post and the Moonlight Jazz Society during jazz nights, and has been attending the RCA's weekly jazz jam for over 13 years. In the classroom and on stage, he's sculpting future musicians as much as he's enchanting audiences. He's not just teaching notes, he's teaching how to feel music, live music, be music. Please welcome the saxophone virtuoso, high school music mentor, and beloved voice of Kelowna's jazz scene, Zach Griffin. Thanks so much for coming on the show. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Have a seat. Absolutely. We're so happy you came to chat with us.
Yeah, of course.
How's your night going so far?
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yours?
It's going good.
Good.
I mean, as long as I got my lines right, but
Sure, yeah.
ready for me to ask you a whole bunch of questions?
Go for it.
Right
yeah.
on. You've got an amazing combo of pro performance chops and full-time teaching career. How did that first start? How did that journey begin?
Well, my mom got me in piano lessons when I was about 5 years old.
Nice.
And did that for a few years until I got bored of the theory. It's kind of funny because now theory is like my favorite thing about music, but I just wanted to play and have fun at the time. And but my mom said I couldn't quit, but I had to switch to a different instrument. So I switched to guitar and did that for a few years. And after that, moved on to saxophone when I joined band in school.
Right on.
And I was inspired by my high school music teacher, Craig Thompson. And then, yeah, just rest is history. Went off and did music at post-secondary. And yeah, it's been a blast.
I like that. How do you find that adding teaching into the mix? How does that fuel you?
It's great. I still feel like I'm a student. Music is an endless mountain, and there's always something to improve on. But I think maybe what's changed is my mindset on what's important. And you know, when I was younger, I thought the most important thing was to sound super technical and impressive. But I've kind of had this switch where it's more important to serve the music and play stuff that I want to play and what the audience wants to hear. And you know, serving as an example for my students, that's kind of what I'm going for with that all the time. Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan. It's working out well.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. You went all in with jazz at U of T, and now you're heading the lead music program at OKM. How did the shift from student to teacher shape your outlook on music?
Yeah, it was so similar to what I was saying there. It's just, being more positive and kind of getting rid of that negativity and not caring about what the peers think too much, that it'll bring you down and bring in that negativity, but focusing on what brings joy and serving the music. That's kind of like an anthem that I live by.
It seems smart.
Yeah.
You've played with some killer bands like Monroe and Patrick and Chadburner. What do you love most about playing live? And does that influence how you teach at all?
Yeah. So playing live, there's nothing else like it. You know, when people go to live shows, they love it, and that's why they keep going back. And one thing that I really like about playing live is that it's this connection, a collaboration with the audience. You know, sometimes going back to it, doesn't have to always be the most complicated thing. Sometimes I'll wail on a high note, and people will love it. They'll cheer, and it's just one note,
right?
But they love it, and you know, I love being able to use my gift to share that joy with people. And sometimes music is not all about joy, and it's about sadness, and you know, there's a place for that too, and that's great, and it's nice to dig into the emotions with people and just have that collaborative nature with the audience. It's really fun.
I love that.
In terms of how it influences my teaching, I think overall it's important to be focusing on the positives rather than the negatives. Being a performer is definitely helpful as a teacher. I get the street cred from the students, and
Fair enough,
once they hear me play the saxophone for the first time, they generally listen a lot better.
Nice.
But yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessary to be a professional musician to be a good music teacher, but it definitely helps in a lot of situations where I can just play as an example rather than yak about it all day. So yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
A little more connected with the music.
That's right, yeah.
The saxophone has such a distinct voice. What drew you to that originally? When was the moment you knew, like, that's it?
Well, I don't know if there was an exact moment, but I guess I have my brother, my older brother Ethan, to thank for playing the saxophone, because when he was in band, he picked the saxophone, and when it was my turn to pick an instrument for band, we had one laying around in the house.
Right.
And so that's why I picked the saxophone, but it worked out really well because I kind of like being the center of attention, and especially in a jazz band in a small combo format, the saxophones are front and center. And another thing that kind of makes me realize that it is the right choice for me is that the saxophone is the way that the reed vibrates is kind of like our vocal cords.
Okay.
So that's why I think people resonate with the saxophone so well, because it's kind of like a voice, and I like to speak through the instrument with people and have that, you know, communication, the collaboration
That's
with
so
the audience.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know a whole bunch about music, so I'm loving all this information.
Sure, yeah.
This is really neat.
Yeah, of course.
Right on. So balancing gigs and teaching and personal creativity, that can't be easy. How do you keep the fire lit and stay inspired?
Yeah, that's something that I'm always working on. I don't think there's a hard, fast answer to that one. But after university, I took some time off of practicing just to give myself a break. And I actually think that was the best thing for me at the time. And, you know, music was starting to feel like a chore rather than something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
And so now I feel like I've done that grunt work, and I've prepared myself enough where I don't necessarily need to be practicing to that extreme anymore and worrying about the finite details. Like I can play the stuff that I want to play now, which is great. And I think it's important to do stuff that brings joy. And so, you know, focusing on things that I've always wanted to do, but I felt like I've never had the time to do it. So an example of that would be my new big band project, Zach Griffin Jazz Orchestra. I've been putting on one show per month, and at the Kelowna Italian Club. And you know, I've always wanted to do it, but it was, I don't have enough time for that. But I've decided recently that, you know, I got to make time for the stuff that's important, and I'm going to try to live by that moving forward. So that's kind of how I keep the spark alive.
That's awesome. And good for you about your show and finally getting to that.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very cool. And so that's once a month.
Yeah, so far, we've done 2 shows in the summer, and I'm hoping to keep it going. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to come see this show, how would they get a hold of that?
All the tickets so far have been on Show Pass. So if you just search my name, Zach Griffin Jazz Orchestra, on Show Pass, it'll pop up, and the most recent or the upcoming show will come up there, and you can get your tickets there. Or if they want, they can follow me on Instagram. I have a music account, Zachophone.
Nice.
So that one's fun. Or you can follow me on Facebook, and I'll be your friend.
Right on. Perfect. And of course, we'll have all of your links up on our page too.
That'd be great.
So we'll try and make it as easy as possible for everybody to come and stalk you nicely, responsibly.
Healthy stalking.
Healthy stalking. There we go.
Yeah.
All about the art.
That's right. Yeah.
Right on. That sounds
Cool.
super exciting.
Yeah.
So you've been a part of jazz nights and wedding sets, school ensembles, like every vibe imaginable. What is one performance that stands out to you?
It's kind of hard to pick one because they're all so different. Yeah.
That's
you know, I really like weddings because it's pretty cool to be a part of someone's most important day of their entire lives. And usually it's really great, and people love hearing the saxophone because it's this added thing. So that's really cool. So it's nice to be in these intimate moments with, you know, family and friends of these people I don't know, but I just bring this higher level to their party. So that's fun. But you know, there's other ones too. Like I did Jillian Harris's wedding last week, the big influencer. So that was kind of cool to be a part of. You know, I heard that it was like the royal wedding in Canada, but so that's cool. But I think if I had to pick one, it would. Okay, I'll pick 2. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. But,
no, I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
There was one when in between 3rd and 4th year university, I was selected to be a part of the Ottawa Jazz Festival's Youth Jazz Summit, which is like a 10 person ensemble.
Oh, cool.
So there are 10 people across Canada auditioned for it, and I won the alto saxophone chair for that group.
Well, like, damn.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. So that was great, and we did a lot of performances at the festival and workshops throughout the week. And one of the performances was opening up for jazz legend Herbie Hancock.
Seriously.
And so we got to meet him and hang out in his trailer, and he was teaching us how to meditate. And I remember one of the moments in the trailer, he was like, he looked at me, he's like, "Do you understand what I'm saying?" And I was like, "Yes, Herbie, I do. Yes."
I love it.
So that was cool. And so on stage we're playing one of my compositions. We played a bunch of songs, but we were playing one of my songs. And I looked over side stage, and there's Herbie, and he's nodding and listening to music. And I thought, wow, this is really cool. Like Herbie Hancock is listening to my song, and he likes it.
And he enjoys it,
So that was cool. And then, one other quick cool story is with the Monroe and Patrick Band from Saskatchewan. We opened for Amanda Marshall last year at the Salmon Arm Roots and Blues Festival. So there was probably 15, 20,000 people in the audience.
Yeah, just a few.
And so, I play a solo and people are cheering. Yeah, I live a pretty cool life sometimes.
Yeah,
so,
heck yeah, you do. That must have felt amazing.
Yeah, so sorry I can't pick one, but yeah.
No, I'm good. Tell me all the stories. I'm here for it. It's great.
So
that's amazing.
Thanks. Yeah.
I would love to hear you do the two.
Sure.
Do you want to give us a little taste?
Of course. Yeah, sounds
I'm
good.
so excited. I've been so jacked about listening to you play. Amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling the groove so hard. Thank you so much for playing for us. That was amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Come back and hang out anytime.
Will do. That's great.
Wonderful.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Give it up for Zach Griffin, everyone. Holy hot damn, wow, Kelowna. My soul just gave a standing ovation. Well, After Darkers, look at us. Still here. Still weird, still whispering outrageous ideas into the night like it's a group chat with the universe. We've officially entered Kelowna's creative season now. That magical window when the city exhales and suddenly all the wild ideas we've been jotting down on napkins all summer, now they're hitting the stage. Tonight's guests weren't just performers, they were season changers. The kind of people who remind you that art doesn't wait for permission. Nay. It takes the mic. It sharpens the needle. It drops a pin on the map and says, meet me here. We're building something. And if you've been waiting for a sign to get back into your flow, congratulations, darling. You've arrived at your sign. And it's wearing glitter boots and holding a camera. This season doesn't come with a syllabus. It comes with goosebumps and gut feelings. And trust me, the first draft doesn't need to be brilliant. It just needs to exist. And for the record, if your group chat just said we should totally start a band, tattoo shop, film collective, send them the episode and tell them I said yes. Also, if your planner now includes the words full moon, pitch meeting, or get candles for vibe check, you're doing full correctly. Sterling Babe back there in the LUXX box.
Yes, babe.
What's the post-tourist forecast vibe looking like?
Post-tour, clear skies, open roads.
As far as the eye can see. And hey, if someone tonight made you think, dream, or full body laugh, go show them some love. We've tagged every one of our guests from tonight on our socials, Kelowna After Dark. So follow, connect, collab, or just send them a hell yes in the DMs. This is how we build a real creative city, not just by watching, but by joining in. Thank you for making this space for bold voices, big dreams, and a little chaos under the moonlight. This is Kelowna After Dark, where the scene is lit, the seats are ours again, and the future's already on its second espresso. Until next time, After Darkers, stay classy, sassy, and a bit badassy. Good night, Kelowna!
Party on, Silver.
Party on, Sterling.
LUXX World! Party time! Excellent!
All right, we're officially grounded from the 80s.
Is that a wrap?
Cut!